And what do you miss about America? What did you learn from America? What are some of the things you remember as far as experiences there? I know you were in Florida for a lot of your education when you got your degree in computer science.
Yeah. I think the best value take from me being in the US, gaining a new perspective. I was in Dubai in the early 1993. I went to the US. In 1993, I was a fresh graduate, 17-year-old, didn't know anything about the world. My world was a bubble of just me and my friends. Never went out, never did anything fun. Literally, I was just school, football, and school, and that's it, nothing else. This was my world. I was dropped in literally by myself in Daytona Beach, Florida, in March, a spring break in Daytona. So it was crazy and was like mind blowing for me. I met so many people. People crashed at my house that I never met in my whole life, and I've made so much friendships there. But I understood one thing that really improved my life is social skills, knowing how to talk to a person and talk to them in their language, not English, of course, but how they perceive the world. Right? If you talk to a person either too high up or too low, or don't open up yourself to them, you will lose them. And in Daytona Beach, Florida, in spring break, you meet millions of people. You have to establish the connection. Connection is important. I'll give you another example. You mentioned Australia as well. In America, you can talk to anybody, no issues whatsoever. In Australia, people come and talk to you. And this was a cultural shock as well. I was sitting in a bus actually on my first day in Perth, Australia. This girl came and sat right next to me. The bus was empty. And so the social dynamics in Australia was completely different than the US. US, everybody's friendly. Yes, you can talk to anybody. But in Australia, they were even more friendlier. And this really blew my mind.
Fond memories of
Yes.
these things, yeah? You encourage everyone to get outside of their local area and experience new cultures?
And have an open mind. It's important to have an open mind. It's extremely important. In Dubai, we have all these kind of nationalities, and everybody at every level. You know, you have super rich and super poor people. You have the laborers. You talk to them nicely. You don't treat them like forcefully, or don't dictate things on them. It's extremely important to be humble, to be nice to everyone, to understand who you're talking to, understand the language and the situation and the context you're in. It's extremely, extremely important social skill.
We were talking earlier even about the police here in Dubai and how you've made conscious efforts to make sure that the police is a force that, I mean, a police force actually is intended to police as a member of that community. And you took steps as in to remove the guns, remove the posture, change the tone of voice. I mean, again, it's all down to the customer experience, but that's all to do with empathy and emotional awareness. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, even customer service, by the way, when you go to a government or desk or a service desk in Dubai, you'll notice something completely different than everywhere else in the world. They are not the bosses. You're not at their mercy. Everywhere else in the world, you go, you put your papers, literally, we have no papers. You go and say, I want this service. They try to help you. They go the extra, mile to help you out. And they try to make sure you have all your papers in order. From the very beginning, they understand that they make sure that there are no misconceptions, misunderstanding of what is needed when it comes to, and only when you're ready, they will actually take you in and make sure your experience as seamless as possible. Policemen, as I mentioned to you, they're not intimidating. They are very soft-spoken. They don't actually come and confront you on anything. They ask you how you're doing, how your day was, and all this stuff. No matter what you did. Even an accident, they calm you down straight away. Like, are you okay? Is everything okay? Do you need to get somewhere? They ask the right questions. They show empathy. I remember a number of times where I've been on the highway and I saw people who had accidents, and the calm that people get as soon as there's a policeman there on the scene is unimaginable. You're in the worst situation you can be in. The policeman being there and giving you these kind words and stuff like, let's rush him out. No. Are you calm? Are you okay? Let's move you out. Very calm. Even the ambulance people, everybody's extremely calm to calm you down, to make sure that your mental state is there as well as your physical state, and you're safe in a safe environment.
The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system. and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.